Hello and welcome back to Blackwatch Intel. My name is Crashy, and today I want to do an interesting video discussing competitive play and playing with your emotions. Now, this topic kind of came to me because at the end of this season, currently season 4, I really have been pushing myself a lot to try to rank up, and I think everybody can agree that at times it can be very stressful, and it puts all kinds of crazy thoughts in your head. And today I had, well, not just today, but I struggle with kind of controlling my emotions when I play. And it's something I've always had an issue with, dating back to some of my PC MOBA competitive days. And, you know, I've even been banned in some games because of toxicity and kicked off competitive teams because of my attitude. And this is not something I'm proud of. It's definitely something I've worked on a lot over the years, but it's something I struggle with, and it made me want to kind of talk about this topic because playing with your emotions and controlling your emotions as you play is a super important thing. And I want to say maybe a small percentage, maybe 10, 15, maybe 20% of my games are lost because I can't control my own emotions. So, and there's a few different emotions that I mean. I'm not just talking about tilt and being angry, but that is definitely part of it. So the number one thing for me is I can't control the downward spiral of tilt, and that is the main one. I think that most will be able to relate with is you know, a situation's not going well, or a session of playing hasn't been going well, and you keep playing and you keep, you know, just riding that downward spiral of being amazingly frustrated and amazingly tilted. And it's definitely a slippery slope. It's definitely one of those situations where you've heard, you know, people give you tips. Hey, if you're having a loss streak, take a break. You know, if you're having an off day, just take a break. And it's definitely something I wish I could force myself to do, but instead, for some reason, I just keep on playing. I don't know what it is, or you know, I let those people that throw games, or let the people that, you know, cue up the mic and really lay into me or lay into the team really frustrate me. And I don't know, it's one of those things that it's so hard to get a grip on, you know, when someone's just totally wrong, or they're just being a total jerk, or they're trolling, or they're throwing, or whatever the situation is. Sometimes it's just so hard to deal with, and I definitely think that having the self-awareness to understand your situation and to control yourself in a lot of situations, not just in competitive Overwatch, but in life, is a super important skill. It's a super amazing task to be able to do something like that. And that's one of the things in my life in general I try to practice, is a lot of self-awareness. I want to understand why I'm going through whatever it is I'm going through, and even though I may not have it in that moment, I'll do my best to kind of seek that out. So just controlling the tilt factor for me is so amazingly frustrating, and sometimes it just doesn't feel possible, and maybe I do need to, you know, kind of take a break from this season. And I think my push to GM toward the end of this season, I was at 37 high, 3700 peak, I think is coming to a close, as we have about a week or two left, but I've fallen all the way back down to the brink of Masters, and I really just don't feel like losing it for the season. And that kind of leads me to the next emotion, mainly, is just the severe ladder anxiety that comes along with a game like this. It's pretty nuts that, you know, when I hit the edge of a rank, the edge of a you know, a rounded off number, I just feel so anxious and worried about that next game, and it just seems kind of silly to some, I'm sure, but sitting at 3504 is what I think my account is at now, and knowing I'm so much better than that, and fearing going back down to diamond, even though it doesn't really hurt me, it's making the games less enjoyable, it's making the games frustrating, and it makes escalating to that downward spiral of being on tilt so much faster. And I don't know what the cure for that is. I'm trying to navigate through improving my state of mind while playing a competitive game like Overwatch. I hopped on my Smurf, which is sitting in like high plat. I think I'm getting close to getting it to diamond, but I kind of just mess around on this account, and I just played a full Hanzo game, and I had so much fun just not having to worry about win or loss, and just jumping around, taking my shots, and really got to explore some more Hanzo play, because I really like Hanzo, and I just don't really get to play him much. But I just had so much fun communicating with the people on my team, and there was zero tilt because I didn't care. And and I wish I could find a way, and I'm hoping that maybe one day I can find a way to, you know, disassociate the SR rating to the match, and then, you know, kind of pull that all back together whenever it's over. Because I think being anxious about winning or losing, and you know, beforehand going into a match, and being overly frustrated and you know, unable to acquire the self-awareness to control your emotions in game, not wanting to swap your hero because you're frustrated, you know, not able to work as a team, or, you know, not able to stop yourself from staggering because you just want to get back and control the point, and it does play a big factor. And there's 6 of you on a team, you know what I mean? So it's not just everyone, or, you know, it's not just yourself having these issues, it's everybody that has these issues. And, you know, not every game has great communication, not every game is going to have, you know, a strong defense or a strong attack. You know, one team has to lose more or less unless it's a draw. And so sometimes you just got to take a step back and, you know, deep down, find whatever it is that's bothering you, kind of listen to yourself, and find that self-awareness. And I'm trying to do the same. So that's pretty much all I got for you guys today. I really just wanted to kind of share my experience and share my thoughts on being an emotional player, and how those emotions really can get the best of you, especially in a game. It's crazy. It sounds ridiculous. I can't even believe I'm saying some of this stuff. I mean, if someone like in my family or something heard this video, they would probably be so confused. But thank you guys so much for listening to the video, and please do not leave without leaving a like, and I'll see you on the next one.